Have you ever felt a presence in the room even when you knew you were alone? A sudden chill, a fleeting shape in the corner of your eye, a feeling of being watched. This is the third-person effect. A subtle yet persistent whisper from your own mind. It tells you that someone is there observing. It's a common feeling. But what if it's more than just a feeling? What if your brain is trying to tell you something? Something about the reality you think you know. We often dismiss these moments. We rationalize them. A trick of the light, a sound from outside. But the feeling lingers. A quiet echo in the empty space around us. What happens when there is nothing? No sound, no light, just pure, uninterrupted silence. This is the Ganzfeld effect, a state of sensory deprivation. Scientists use it to study the brain. They place subjects in a room with no external stimuli. The eyes see a uniform field of color. The ears hear only white noise. The body feels nothing. After a while, something strange begins to happen. The brain, starved for input, starts to create its own. It generates images, sounds, sensations. People report seeing complex geometric patterns, hearing voices, feeling a touch on their skin. The mind cannot tolerate a void, so it fills it. It projects its own world onto the blank canvas of nothingness. These are not dreams. They are hallucinations born from silence. The brain is a storyteller. It weaves narratives from the thinnest of threads. But when left alone, it tells itself stories of things that aren't there. Faces in the static, whispers in the quiet. The line between perception and creation becomes blurred. What you see is not always what is there. Sometimes what you see is what your brain needs to see. It's a survival mechanism, an attempt to make sense of a world without sense. But what does it mean when the stories it tells are unsettling? When the silence is filled not with light, but with shadows, the quiet is not empty. It's an open space, waiting for the mind to draw its own maps. Have you ever looked at a doll and felt a sense of unease? Or seen a humanoid robot that was almost too real? This is the uncanny valley, a term coined to describe our reaction to things that are almost, but not quite, human. We are comfortable with things that are clearly not human, like a teddy bear. We are comfortable with things that are fully human. But in the space between, there is a deep, unsettling feeling. A mannequin in a dark store window. A CGI character with lifeless eyes. They mimic humanity so closely that the small imperfections become monstrous. The brain recognizes the form, the shape, the features, but it also detects that something is wrong. The movement is slightly off. The skin is too perfect. The expression is frozen. This conflict creates a sense of revulsion, a primal fear. Our minds are wired to detect other humans. It's a key to our social survival. When that system is tricked, it sends an alarm. The uncanny valley is not just about robots or dolls. It can be found in everyday life, in a shadow that looks like a person, in a reflection that moves a second too late. in the familiar face of a loved one, suddenly looking strange and unfamiliar. It's a reminder that our perception of human is a very narrow and fragile thing. The world is full of things that pretend to be what they are not. And our minds are constantly on guard, trying to tell the difference between the real and the almost real. That small gap between the two is where the unease lives. You learn a new word. Suddenly, you see it everywhere. You buy a new car, and now the same model seems to be on every street. This is the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, also known as the frequency illusion. It's not that the word or the car has suddenly become more common. It's that your brain has started to notice them before they were part of the background noise. Your mind filtered them out as irrelevant information, but now that they have your attention, you can't stop seeing them. The phenomenon is a combination of two psychological processes. The first is selective attention. Your brain is constantly scanning your environment, and it highlights things that are relevant to you. The second is confirmation bias. Once you see it a second or third time, your brain confirms its new importance. See, it really is everywhere. This illusion reveals how much of reality we filter out. Our world is a storm of data. We can only process a tiny fraction of it. Our brain makes choices for us. It decides what we see and what we ignore. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon shows us that our personal reality is a construction. It is built from the things we choose to pay attention to. What else are we missing? What patterns are hiding in plain sight, just waiting for us to notice them? If you start looking for shadows that move, will you start seeing them everywhere? If you start listening for whispers in the silence, will they become louder? Your focus shapes your world. The things you look for are the things you will find. The question is not whether they are really there. The question is why you started looking for them in the first place. So, where does this leave us? We feel a presence when we're alone. We see things in the silence. We are unsettled by things that are almost human. And once we notice something, we see it everywhere. Are these just tricks of the mind, glitches in our psychological wiring? Or are they hints of something else? A layer of reality that we can only glimpse in moments of fear or quiet contemplation. The line between what is real and what is perceived is not a solid wall. It is a thin veil. Sometimes the wind blows and the veil lifts just for a moment. And in that moment, we see the shape of things we are not meant to see. Perhaps the unseen echo is not an echo at all. Perhaps it is the thing itself, and we are the ones who are out of tune. The truth is, there are no easy answers. The world is far stranger than our minds can comprehend. We are left alone with our thoughts. In the quiet, with the feeling that someone or something is watching.